So about a year ago, we decided as a family to renovate our main floor, and we had to decide on a contractor. So I started going on social media and saw a YouTube video. I think it was their first video they shot, and Phil Russo was renovating a home, and he was making a lot of interesting and practical points about a design for a kitchen. And just from that video, I said, this guy knows what he's talking about. On the phone, Phil was very polite and kind and very respectful. I go, sure, come by and let's talk. So he came by one night, took some measurements. Very, very, very polite, but very confident with what he can do. We spoke a bit, he took some measurements and said he'd get back to me with a quote. A few days later, he got back to me with the quote. So I eventually spoke to other contractors, and you had that gut feeling of who to go with, and Phil was definitely the guy to go with. And I'm so happy that we made that decision. My entire family and I enjoyed the process, if you actually can believe it. So we lived through the renovation, we actually lived in the house, and it was like nothing was happening. It was seamless. Phil and his trades were phenomenal. They came when they said they were going to come. The detailed list of when they were going to do it and how they were going to do it was delivered to me on day one in a binder, and he stuck to that timeline to the date, which allowed us to plan other renovations or other things we had to do besides the main floor. And it was done seamlessly by a professional team, a respectful team, and all the trades that came in treated the house like their own, and I wouldn't have it any other way. The best part of working with heavy duty homes are the people, the team. Phenomenal people, phenomenal. Every person that walked into this house was a skilled trade, licensed trade. I would always have a heads up when somebody was coming. Nobody ever just showed up unexpectedly. Alex would be here most of the time, all the time. I was hoping he'd be here more because I love the work he does. That's the only reason. He's fantastic, and it's really fun watching the process going, being taped and posted on Instagram. We loved it. The family loved it. Friends and family are always asking when the next post is going to be. So I felt like a little movie star. We actually had another contractor do our upstairs, and that my biggest regret is I didn't have Phil do the upstairs as well. But he was okay. I thought he was good. But when you have a contractor like Phil come in and you see the difference, then you know what type of contractor's out there. So the guy who did the upstairs, he was good. He was okay. But when I would suggest something or ask him for something, it was always an issue, right? There was never, I'll figure this out for you, or no, you can't do that. I noticed a lot of corners are cut. At the end of the day, a lot of corners are cut. Downstairs, nothing was cut. Nothing, absolutely nothing. This thing was done to the max. Like, it's unbelievable. Everything they do is top notch. I've had zero issues and like zero complaints about this team. Everything I asked for was done. I asked a lot of them. I changed a lot of the design as we're going through. And the answer was always either by Phil Games or Phil Russo. Yes, let's work on it. Let's figure this out. It was never, no, it can't be done. You're wrong. Never had that issue, never. Yeah, I know Phil and his team, they could have easily done, for example, they just moved the water line for the fridge. Anybody could have did that. But Phil sent the licensed plumber for that. And that's what you appreciate, and that's what you don't mind paying the extra money for. My favorite part of the renovation is everything. Like, I don't even know where to start. It's the best thing that we actually did was taking Phil's advice from day one. Actually, the first day we met, he suggested all these things to do, and I said no to all of them. So, you know, I'm a HGTV watcher, and I know everything, but I knew nothing. Phil, what he said day one, we did every single, not upgrade, everything he suggested. My favorite part though is taking the wood floor throughout the house. I had wanted to switch, tile in the kitchen. He convinced us to go with the wood floor, and what a difference maker that was. At our age, it helps a lot on the feet. The feature walls are phenomenal. The TV wall, the kitchen design. I get a little shout out to Frank from Alice Kitchens that came over multiple times. Give him a call because Frank could decide to change this, or can we do this, can we do that? He'd tell me, measure, and then he'd let me know. So this whole team from top to bottom, contractors, trades, in-house people, phenomenal. The tile guys that came spent hours moving tiles around to make sure the veins lined up. Little things like that you don't see. Saul, when he did the floor in the ARI events, he cut one of the planks on an angle purposely so it lines up with the other wood grains on the floor. So these little details like that, this is what Heavy Duty Homes is all about. I have no trepidation recommending Heavy Duty Homes to all my friends and family. I actually recommend to about 2 or 3 people that actually used Heavy Duty Homes as they were working on my renovations, and they're all super happy as well. Everybody that's asked, I send them Heavy Duty, and Phil goes and talks to them, and then we move on from there. But you're not going to beat this company, and the swag is fantastic as well. I just want to thank Phil Russo and the Heavy Duty team. Thank you so much for making this a heavy home now. This home went from bland and boring to magazine ready for sure. Like, it's phenomenal. The quality of workmanship is phenomenal. And then, like I said, it's bittersweet that it's over because we're not going to see you guys anymore, but we will keep in touch for sure. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you.